Looks like this place had an old sawmill, or it's still operational. See the sawdust. Huh. He's up the hill. Let's get out of here. Spring has sprung. It's like another mountain to climb straight ahead. Up there. There's a little bit of water. A little bit. A little bit of water. I just popped out in the sun. I still got a lot of climbing to do, but I think this morning, first thing this morning, the profile called for a 1,500 foot climb in the course of 2.5 miles, and I'm doing it. Right here, I'm on the sunny side of the ridge, which is the North Carolina side. The Appalachian Trail through these parts pretty much goes along the state line. Sometimes you're in Tennessee, sometimes you're in North Carolina. I think when I stopped at one place up there, and I was in North Carolina, where the hostel last night that I was in was in Tennessee. That was a Tennessee Mountain Boy hostel, or a Tennessee Mountain Man hostel there. And oh, we got some climbing to do. Oh, this climb is almost done. I see the top of the ridge here. This is not too far. But anyway, I got a halfway decent night's sleep. I stayed up doing the Wi-Fi was pretty slow. There was a ways from the house. The router only had a couple of notches on the router, and but it downloaded. I got the last video downloaded like at 12. Everything completely charged up. I've got a hand on my electronics now, on the transducer and my charging block, and I can go probably 6 days. Shouldn't be a problem going 6 days with, you know, without having to recharge anything. The problem was when I left Irwin, I didn't quite have a full charge on everything. I waited trying to get everything charged up in that laundromat, and it was like 12:30, 1 o'clock. Man, I had to get going. I mean, I was blowing the day away, and it makes a big difference whether your phone's charged at 100% or something's charged at 95%. Believe it or not, just that last peak of it makes a difference because it stays there for a while, you know. But let me turn this camera around. All right, this is probably looking. What a beautiful gap here in the mountains. All right, I'm gonna put it down and climb. I climb it up here. Live on this rail. Look at this fence. Going right along a barbed wire fence trail does. There's probably cows up here at one time. That mountain boy said, all these kinfolk live along here. He says, yeah, a lot of them. And that gap was the original 1,200 acre farm. That whole gap was what he told me. But yeah, sitting there climbing. And this is not a steep part of the climb. That's why I can talk. But anyway, I'll show you. I have geared down. I'm down to my convertible pants. I've stripped them off. Got my black gaiters on. Those gaiters, what they do is they keep little twigs and stuff from getting in the side of your shoe, and you have to stop and undo your shoe. And then I'm down to the t-shirt. So it's that hot. I haven't even checked the weather, but I know it's going to be warm. There's not a cloud in the sky. It's just beautiful out here. It's not even, it's a little bit hazy. But it's going to be a good day. I think it's going to rain tomorrow. I'll check the weather forecast. Probably going to rain tomorrow, but that's all right. I need it for these water sources. All right, let's get this climb going. All right, about 9:45 and I've topped out on this climb. It didn't seem like it was that bad. That was 1,500 feet, about 2.5 miles, something like that. And I'm going down now. And actually, I'm up here at about 4,600 feet. And that's where I'm going to stay pretty much all day along this ridge, along this crest here. And I'm going down. And what it is, you go up and down, and you'll see it. You see it on that flyover. Once you get up on the upper crest, I've got to go to mountain, horn to horn, or knob to knob, and sometimes I skirt the summit, sometimes I go right over the summit. And then on the roads, on the hardtop roads, occasionally you got a low gap, and that's where your hardtop roads go over. And I think the next one on that is Sam's Gap. And those are the ones you got to climb out of. You know, you got to go way down. It's steep when you get down there, and you got to come out of it pretty steep. And it's usually where a creek or something runs down through there. It's the reason there's a gap in the mountains anyway. All right, here we go, going down the trail. All righty, going down, just daydreaming now. I'm in pretty good shape. As early as maybe 2 weeks ago or a week ago, I wouldn't have been able to do that climb like that. But I did it without stopping. It's just no problem. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, but I got good 6 hours of sleep. You know, really good. Couldn't sleep past 7. It's like automatic wake up. It's 6:30. It's just when the sun comes up, I'm up, man. It's time to go. All right, here we go. And I just passed a couple southbound hikers. They said there was trail magic down at Sam's Gap. I just went over the high spot, so it's pretty much downhill there. I got about 2 miles. So it's going to take me right around an hour, probably, in this train. And I went in and skipped that last water source. I would have had to go a 10th downhill to get to it. So I've got water to get to Sam's Gap, but there's no water at Sam's Gap. They told me the guy, the ones doing the trail magic, had jugs of water and stuff and drinks. So I hope they're there when I get there. If they're not, I'm going to have to hike the water. So, but I went ahead and made that decision. I went ahead and skipped that water source back there, that reliable water source. And I'm going for it. Going for Sam's Gap as quick as I can. All right, here we go. Oh, look at this, sitting out here. Okay. It can't be too far to that gap. I'm almost out of water. Come on, no. Oh man, I don't see any trail magic. Well, we'll just look. Come out of that deep gap where I had trail magic, and I keep forgetting to film that stuff. I come out of that gap and I climbed all the way to 4,500 feet, and that was a long climb. Now I'm going back down again, and now there's up ahead on down the trail I'm going to get to this afternoon or later on. There's a mountain called Big Bald, and it goes all the way up to almost 6,000 feet, 6,600. I got to climb that guy because I'm going to stay on the shelter on the other side of that mountain, or I'm going to push on a little further to a water source that's down the mountain more over there. So, all right. Well, next stop I'm looking at water here in another 3 miles, another hour and a half, and before I get up that Big Bald climb. Let's make some tracks. These wires come right over down here. I think that might be a forestry service camp down there or something. I don't know. It's got power to it. The power comes right up, right over the Appalachian Trail here. Goes out down there somewhere. Alright. That's interesting. There's lodges out here somewhere. There's a little break in the climb. Just a little break. It's on a Big Bald climb. I got a long way to go. Alright, that's Big Bald up there. And not only do I see it, I remember it. We're going to go down, we're going to weave, and we're going to come right up that side. Alright. I mean, as the crow flies, it's probably a half mile from here to the top up there. I gotta go down into this bottom down here, then climb right up that side for about a mile. Right there. What is that? Down there. This thing. I get a top up here is about 6,600 feet, or no, I mean close to 6,000. I think about 55, 56, 57, something like that. It's like climbing a big old golf ball. You know, the top of this thing. Posts are old AT posts they used to have white slashes on them. That tells you where to go. So we follow the post. They go all the way down, and they go down in that dip, and then come up that other side, and it goes on out that way. Yep. That's north, the direction of Irwin. And that's where I just stopped at. Got everything in here. Ready? Go in there and get my shoes off. Get ready to get in my bed. Hello, welcome to another episode of Joe's Hammock World. And this is got everything I need in here, but I'm going over my stats in my office here. And I've got today was a 16.2 mile day. I think it was 6,000 feet of ascent and 3,000 feet of descent. So it was a big day. My legs feel good. I don't know what I'll have it posted at the end of this video what my step count was. But what was I thinking of? 16 miles from Irwin, so I'll definitely walk in Irwin in the morning. So that's pretty good because this is a 69 mile stretch, and I did it fairly quick. That's good. My legs feel good. Everything feels good, and